What's up guys, this is a random guy here. I just had an awful session on COD, and before I rip my hair out I'm going to give you guys a commentary of Freefall, doing a new series that I'm going to start about Freefall, and it's going to be called Freefall and Victor. So let's get into it. Today is all going to be about spawns and positions, and especially in this game I seem to go to town just loving the spot. I don't know why, it's just, we'll actually go into it later, why I like the spot so much actually. But first I'd like to talk about the maps in general. Freefall always had small maps, they always seem to love putting in the small ones, mostly because of probably fast gameplay. And you know, you always head on with somebody, someone's always on your left or right. It's always a fast paced game, you want to keep on your toes all the time. You want to make sure that you're aware of people around you. So, close spawns. People spawn left, right and centre, so you need to have the advantage on them. So having a power position in Freefall is sort of vital, because you don't want someone coming behind you and shooting you in the back. That is the worst thing that can happen in COD. So instead you always want to be behind something, you want to make sure you have the upper advantage. It's just like gambling, to be honest, you always want to have the upper advantage so you can get the most money. But in this, of course, you want to get the most XP. So, anyway, you want to have a patrol route, maybe. I seem to stay in this area quite a lot. It's probably because I have an SMG. SMG is quite good for this area. You'll see all my engagements are quite close, and it means that I have the upper advantage as well. Other people are using SMGs, but I seem to always... there's something always in the way, which is... a good Call of Duty player always has something in the way of their opponent, so he always has the upper advantage. I cannot stress how much you need like a pillar or anything, just anything which will help you to win that gunfight a tiny bit more. So you always want to be prepared for someone coming around the corner, somebody just on your left or right shoulder. Just be prepared all the time, and that's why you want to have dead silence so you can hear people a tiny bit more, and it just gives you the upper advantage again. But I'll do another video about class setups. So being prepared is one thing, but also knowing the spawns is the other. So make sure you do your homework on COD. I know it seems you've been hard at school or work, but you know, you need to know everything about spawns in this map. Any map. They're not hard to remember. Freefall spawns always seem to be in the outer edges, they always seem to be in corners, and you should just remember them like that, really. So, you'll see that as soon as I kill a guy, I go to a certain area, so I know he's going to spawn in that area, so I have sort of a understanding of the spawns. But Modern Warfare 3 is still a new game, I'm still getting used to it, as you can see. I do go particularly well, but you know, there's some room for improvements, like just there, that guy camping in the corner. But you know, there's one of those in every COD game, to be honest. So at the moment, let's just have a summary of things that you need to know. So basically, always have that position of power. You always want to find that power spot on the map. I know in Seatown, above the balcony bit, you want to be there. I'll probably get a free-for-all with that, just to show you guys what I mean. It's just common sense, you know, you always want to have the most benefits, and you just want to absolutely own that guy, just having the most benefits, the most things stacked against him, or her. But you don't see a lot of kill games, especially in PS3 actually. I might be wrong though, so don't troll me for that. Another good tip actually is to always remember that in Freefall there's always people looking for those skulls. When somebody dies, you always have that skull across them, and people always look at that and they're always trying to find that. They're always trying to use their radar actually, and that's why you always want to do use a suppressor. But as I said before, I'll probably talk about that in another commentary of class setups. So you always want to be looking at the skull. Make sure that it appears, and people are always looking for that. They're always looking for clues on where people are. So make sure that when you kill somebody, you're not in a you know, in a vulnerable spot. You don't want someone to kill somebody and then somebody straight off the bat just kill you, because that's not going to go anywhere. You want to stack a good kill streak. So make sure when you kill somebody, you're always still in that position of power, and so if somebody else comes out the corner, you're always prepared. Always be prepared in free fall. As I said before, left, right and centre. It's a fast-paced game. Another tip I can give you is that people always seem to remember where they died, and kill cams are extremely good, especially for freefall, because you always got that guy, that sad little poor thing, camping in a corner thinking he's pro, and you know, he gets you once or twice, but you always get him the third time, and that's because of the kill cam, isn't it? So make sure you always look at your kill cam to make sure where the guy is, and it's just it gives you a lesson on how to improve and how to make sure next time that you can't die as easily. So practice makes perfect, especially when you're dying. Make sure when you do die that people will always come back to where they last died, and you can actually use this to your advantage. So if you kill somebody, you can just wait for them. I don't like to do that personally, I think it's a bit of camping, but in freefall, you're allowed to use cheap tactics, you know. Nobody else is on your team, it's every man for himself. Unless you're a commentator, of course, and oh dear, what have I let myself into? But, you know, in freefall, that's the best advice in spawns. Just be prepared, know your spawns, always have the position of power, always have the odds stacked against them, and always make sure that when somebody comes on the corner, you're prepared for them, and when you die, you're not in a vulnerable spot. You want to stack those kill streaks. You always want to have small kill streaks, but again, I'll probably talk about that in another video. You must be quite annoying. But I am making this a series. I hope you enjoyed this. My second commentary. Give me some advice and tips if you are a commentator, or if you're just a viewer. It really helps me out. Give me a like, a favourite, that really promotes the channel. I want to go as much as possible. Just love from you guys, every subscriber. This means I want to make videos more and more. Not an amazing score, I suppose. I went 30-8. But you know, it's alright, and you know, you can get scores like this all the time if you just use the tactics I just said. I'll even put them in the description. I have been a random guy, and see you guys later. Remember to subscribe.